Hey there, you guys. It's me, Aaliyah Divine Taylor, and this is my YouTube channel. Hey there, you guys. What is this? It's Thursday, it's September 7th, 2023. It is 12:40 p.m. I'm about to do the general reading for the sign of Aquarius. Now, this is going to be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you have any of these Aquarius placements in your chart, then this reading could apply to you. But if the reading does not apply, please let it slide for another Aquarius out there, as well as check your placements in your chart, because it just could be working out of a different placement. Now, remember, this will be masculine or feminine energies. Everybody has masculine and feminine energy. You have to take what resonates and, leave the rest for someone else, or flip the story as need be so that it fits your situation. Because you always know your situation way better than I ever will. And this will be past, present, or near future. So you could either be going through this right now, currently, you already went through it, or, something that's going to be happening in the future. So, keep that in mind, all right? But let's keep this. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not doing this right. Lately, I've been switching it up a bit. I've been pulling out a few oracle cards first, all right, for the signs before I get into the actual oracle. Before I get into the actual tarot. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful for you, here for you, Leo. Leo, Aquarius. I don't know why I said Leo. Maybe some of y'all are dealing with Leo, because why on earth did I say that? Oh, this is the energy. I like this. Y'all going through some definite transformation at this time. Some of y'all stepping into the unknown, trying new things here, being called to be honest. Okay. Look at you expanding your mindset here, Aquarius. Let's see, we're ready for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We got it for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We got it for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Oh, the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, well, that's not good. We got it for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Oh, okay. That's too many cards. With the Devil, the World card, the Star card in the reverse. Three of Wands in the reverse, Knight of Cups in the reverse. Oh my. I didn't need for that to happen. Okay. Let's see. Can we have a few cards here for Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Venus? Oh, my legs. My legs. Oh, my leg. Oh. Better. Okay, what are for Aquarius? Sun, Rising, and Venus for Aquarius. Straighten it out a bit more. What do you got for Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Venus? Wait a minute. This card isn't supposed to be in here. The World card. Oh, so this is right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is painful. Yeah, so this goes hand in hand. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Wow. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Yikes. So, Aquarius, this is what's going on with you here. Let's start off with the Oracle cards, okay? Sorry, this is a bit crooked. That's bothering me. Okay. So, the first card we got here is... I'm not sure too much. Something, but not everything, okay? The first card we got here is Lion. Lion is literally fire energy. It's the mascot of self-transformation here. So a lot of you Aquarius could be in this Leo Lion energy here, where it's like you guys are kind of like, you know, really dedicating your whole life to transformation through spiritual transformation here. So you're kind of like could be seen by many people, but a lot of people can think that you're very aloof or hard to read. But people with a keener eye can tell that you're like, you know, someone who's very particular about where you spend your time, money, and energy into. You're very like, you know, you don't like to waste like anything. So, you know, like I said, a lot of people who think you're a bit hard to read, but really anyone with a really good eye or a keen eye here can see that you're very particular in where you put your time, money, and energy into. You're known, you intimidate many people, but you're known intimately by very few. Okay, so that's very nice, and you dedicate your whole life to really transformation at this time. I feel like you guys could definitely be needing to be surrounded by like-minded individuals at this time. Make sure I'm getting that right. That last part seemed a bit iffy. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Daily meditation and friendship. Hold on, Aquarius. I'll be right back. Uh, sorry, Aquarius. Had a phone call. And then, okay, note to self, or just word of caution, please be careful. Don't get too distracted. Because I literally had the phone call, and I literally ended up like went from the phone call to looking up Instagram. And I ended up getting like watching one video, and then before I knew, I was almost like forgetting what I was doing, and forgot about the read. I was like, oh wait a minute, let me pop back in here. But just please be mindful of like, you know, just getting distracted. Like, you know, having one thing go and then you lead to another thing and you lead to another thing and then you never finish the first thing you started. Because I literally was just doing that. I was like, oh wow. But yeah, be mindful of that. Just, you know, make sure you finish what you start. Anyways, not sure who needed to hear that. But let's get into this reading again. Like I was saying earlier, you guys are definitely with the lion carving present. Like I said, going through a self-transformation. You're kind of dedicating your life to transforming at this time, especially with the hummingbird energy. The hummingbird is air energy. It usually talks about how you guys are very lively, bubbly, like, you know, nice to be around kind of people, but you're also very smart. So you kind of like know the things or like the activities or the places that kind of like, you know, give you your energy, like keeps you, you know, up on a like a high frequency type of thing. Like, you know, what gives you that good vibration. So pretty much keep attending to those things, whether it be a certain activity like maybe eating or, you know, playing an instrument or journaling or going to maybe like a library or a gym or wherever that place is for you that helps you keep your levels up, you know, so you can keep being happy, sunshiny, and bright. That's what you keep doing, okay? Also, we have the zebra card here, which is more fire. So you guys are definitely could be very eccentric, which is so on point for an Aquarius. You know, very much so different. But anyways, it's more so with the zebra card being present. It's like you guys are now starting to like, you know, I heard something. Sorry. You guys are now like, you know, traveling, you know, around and like, you know, learning the different things, but also having a blast while doing it. So I feel like you're now starting to, not, like I said earlier, you're kind of being more open-minded to like, you know, seeing things differently at this time, especially with the zebra card being here. It's like, you know, like I told you literally a few seconds ago, it's like you're now starting to maybe travel or actually see, like, you know, meet different people or try different things like new foods or go to different places. And now it's like, it's kind of like opening your worldwide point of view of things. And like now you're starting to see things like, you know, from a different side, or, you know, like from a different perspective here is what I'm hearing. But yeah, you guys are very fashion forward, and also you guys might want to go on some sort of adventure or just, you know, have some sort of like artistic thing that you want to do. That's what can help you out this time, you know. Surrounding yourself around people who are like-minded individuals. You might even have to study or take a class or something like that. But I'm definitely in the strong sense you guys could be traveling or like, you know, like just going to like maybe like a new place. Like maybe it was like, you know, a restaurant that you always wanted to go to but you never went before or something like that. Or so maybe you're tapping into your more artistic side of things, or just like you said, having, you know, conversations with people who you never thought you'd have before. You know, just doing something differently. Okay. So the top of the deck is the shark energy. Shark is water energy. Now the thing with the shark card being here is like the shark talks about how like it's only dangerous if you ignore what's underneath, what's lurking beneath the surface. So pretty much like ignoring the emotional side of how you're truly feeling or what you're feeling. So you're trying to like act like you know, you don't have something that you need to tell. Well, that's the way you shouldn't be. You know, you should be very direct, very honest about how you're feeling or what's going on within you. Okay? Because if you don't, it's gonna blow up in your face. Okay, now I accidentally moved the shark card, and what was underneath it was this golden egg. The golden egg has to do with the fourth chakra, your heart chakra. So the golden egg talks about how usually there's a message, you know, that's lurking deep within you. But the thing is, like, you cannot rush, you can't force, and you can't, like, you know, make the message come any quicker. You have to just sit and give yourself the time to really just reflect and think and, like, you know, be ask yourself the questions that maybe, like, you know, you don't share with other people. Like, at least, like, you know, if you can't be honest with others, I'm here, at least be honest with yourself. So really sit with yourself and ask yourself why you're feeling the way you're feeling, or why did, you know, did you do what you do. Like, you know, just sitting down and asking yourself those tough questions and being honest to whatever answers you get back from yourself. So this is also like a form of meditation. It's just kind of sitting with yourself, reflecting on certain things. So right now, I feel like you're about to, maybe if you haven't already, it was at the top of the deck was the Eagle card. If you haven't already, maybe you guys are about to start, you know, being called here to kind of just get ready for, like, this great ride of a transformation, you know, being on the hell ride of your life. But it's to help push you to, you know, be the best and brightest version of yourself. So, you know, you have to step into the unknown here and kind of just go with whatever is going to happen here, okay? You guys are definitely embodying this King of Wands energy here, Aquarius. This is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius energy, but it doesn't have to be those signs. It just could be someone, or maybe you guys have, you know, those placements, you know, in your chart. But if not that, so this could be someone who's very charismatic, very attractive, very confident, a go-getter. Like, you know, they're able to, you know, manifest the stuff that they want. But like I said, there's more so very attractive. I feel like you guys could be seen as someone who's very attractive at this time. You know, you might have a lot of eyes on you, a lot of suitors. Like I told you earlier with the Lion card, maybe you guys might have a, like, you know, I said, it's like you have this sort of magnetism to you. That kind of, like, you know, people naturally, like, you know, ask, like, you know, what's going on with you, or what's happening, or, you know, like, what's so special about, you know, you, Aquarius. But, you know, that's just the energy you're embodying right now. So kind of, like, you know, use that to your advantage. But what's following after the King of Wands is the Seven of Wands. I feel like you definitely need to defend yourself at this time. So what's getting me is, like, these wands are trying to come at this person. I feel like you guys definitely gonna need to, like, stand your ground at this time, or really, like, you know, just, you know, I feel like just defend yourself from people who might, like, want to come at you here, because these people, I feel like with the Five of Swords and President, there's definitely people who just want to, I feel like, you know, play mind games or manipulate you or trick you or stop you from doing something here. Like, maybe people are seeing that you are kind of, like, you know, transforming, or you're changing, or maybe you're elevating it. Like, you know, people can actually, like, you know, sometimes feel or see this about you. Like, you know, like you're about to go through something, or, you know, go do something, or maybe you, like, you have sort of, like, you know, just something special about you. Like, people are now starting to notice this. So, like, you know how people, like, you know, if they can't come with you along with the journey, or, you know, feel like you're gonna, like, rise up, you know, before that they do, like, you know, people are gonna, like, try to do everything to kind of stop you or block you from being the best version of yourself. So I feel like you here, Aquarius, are being called to, just like I said, defend yourself from people who are just trying to manipulate you, slow you down, stop you, block you. Because I see you right now, you are shining, like I said, this magnetism. You do have this magnetism about you. You have this very bright light at this time. But just be mindful of people who just want to manipulate you, or take advantage of that, or make you like, you know, like, second guess yourself, or, you know, just doubt, you know, what you have within you here. Okay, you know, I feel like definitely you might need some time to really just sit with yourself. Sometimes, like I said, maybe for the hummingbird energy, maybe sometimes you might need a way you guys, like, you know, regenerate your energy throughout the day is, like, maybe through sleeping, or just, like, through isolation, or reading a book, or journaling, or just, you know, just be chilling, like, you know, like on your bed, just watching YouTube videos or something. I don't know, but, you know, whatever that is for you, just keep doing it. So right now, I feel like with the Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, maybe this has to do with your long-term, like, you know, your a long-term investment, or some sort of great lump sum of money, or maybe your generational wealth here, and people who are going to be a part of this. Maybe that's why you're having this transformation, because now it's like you're starting to maybe see things differently. Like I told you earlier, your perspective could be changing, could be shifting the more you maybe get out there and, like, you know, explore the world and see new things, and, you know, like, you know, talk to different people and get, you know, different point of views, like, you know, so you can actually see, like, you know, things, like, you know, instead of from, like, I'm here, like a one way, like a one how do I say, it's like a single lens type of focus, or a one-pointed focus. It's like you're actually getting multiple point of views, so you actually, like, get more, like, you know, information that way. I feel like you're now starting to, like I said, being called to almost, like, be mindful of who's actually going to be stopping you, blocking you, tricking you, or just trying to prevent you from, almost like seeing the truth here in regards to this Ten of Pentacles. Because, like, I feel like a lot of people, like I said, are going to be eyeing you or trying to get around you because they see that you are someone who has a lot of money, or maybe you're about to, you're on your way to stumbling upon some great money, or you're on your way to, creating sort of generational wealth, and maybe they do want to be a part of this too. But the thing is, with falling after this is the Temperance card in the reverse. Not everyone who's smiles in your face is equally yoked just like you. Maybe some people, like I said, want to be on your level, but they're not actually there, which is why, like I said, they're trying to, lie and, maybe for some of them, maybe for some of them, they might actually, like, hey, I'm in the middle of a reading. I'm in the middle, what? Okay, that's great. You do that. I'm in the middle of a reading, okay? Okay, that's great. I'm in the middle of a reading, okay? Alright. I love you too. Alright. Sorry. Anyways, like I said, not everyone is equally yoked like you. Not everyone is, like, on your level. And I know that may be a hard thing for you to really, like, believe, Aquarius, but not everyone has been through, like, done the inner work like you have to actually get to the place where you're at in your life where, you're able to actually, like, go through these changes or the transformation. So it's kind of like you're on your way to your Ten of Pentacles, but right now you're being kind of called to, see, like, what's not working here for you. Like, what people are, like, can't be a part of this journey because maybe they don't share the same a vision like you do, or maybe, like, they like, just aren't supposed to be there along the journey. Like, some people are meant to be there for, like, only for a season and not a lifetime. So maybe this is one of those things where you have to, like, kind of let go of people, places, or things that, like I said, that are only supposed to be here for a season. It's time for you maybe, like, to elevate to something different here. Another thing in the strong sense of what's falling after is the Ten of Swords with the Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's almost like I was telling you earlier, anything that isn't equally yoked, it's going to be like, it's going to have an ending, or a painful ending, a backstabbing, or some sort of betrayal here, because, like I told you before, you guys aren't equally yoked. You guys are never going to work out here because, this thing wasn't on your level. This thing wasn't, like, ever going to work out for you because it's, they said, so maybe you guys are being pulled in different directions here. It could be in regards to lovers or friends or family members or a job or something like that. But I feel like you definitely knows what you definitely knows. Your nose. I don't know why I'm hearing your nose. Maybe you should, something about your nose. I'm not sure how that resonates, but something about your nose. I don't know why I said that. But your nose. Whatever these people, places, or things are, because maybe for some of you guys, like with the Lion energy, people may think that you are aloof or hard to read, but actually you're very specific about who you give your time and energy to. That's actually, like, this tactic that you use to actually, like, see who's on your level and who's not, who meshes with you, who understands you, and who's actually, like, only supposed to be here, to do a certain thing, and then, like, you possibly move forward. And there's nothing wrong with that, because, like, not everyone can be a part of the journey. So, you have to keep that in mind, that, as you elevate, it's like, it's like a pyramid. Like, as you go up, it gets, like, steeper and steeper. It's less people at the top. That's why they say the top is lonely. It's kind of like that. Not everyone's going to be there with you on this journey. Okay. And like I said, it's okay, because, like, that's how life is. Some people are supposed to be here, some people aren't. With the Ten of Swords falling after the Knight of Cups, or the Knight of Cups falling after the Ten of Swords, it's like whatever doesn't work out, it's supposed to, like, almost be like the thing that's supposed to, like, set you free, so you can go toward the things that's actually going to make you happy. With the Knight of Cups, you're supposed to be actually going towards the thing that's going to, like, fill your cup up or make you feel, like, happy, or get you emotional or excited or stuff like that. That's what you're being called to do. It's kind of like being more on this emotional side. Maybe in regards to your work, or maybe in regards to things that you want. You're supposed to be actually more, like, almost like, I won't say emotional, but, maybe passionate about the stuff that you want. Maybe if it's a job, you're supposed to be passionate about, like, what you're working for. Or maybe it's about, like, a lover. You're supposed to be, like, obviously have love for, people who you're surrounded with. But if you're constantly in a state of misery or depression, or, not feeling good, or feeling like you're where you need to be, or you don't feel like you belong, that's your, like, Like that's like a sign for you to, to move forward. That is your body, your intuition, your gut feeling, your what's it called, your conscious, all trying to warn you to pretty much go in a different direction. You're supposed to, keep it moving here, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's part of like the shark card. That's part of being honest. Are you really happy here? Is that something that you really want to do? And sometimes, it's not, and there's nothing wrong with that. And people can accept that, maybe at one point in time you did like this certain thing, this certain activity, or maybe a certain person or a certain lifestyle, but now you don't like it anymore. That it is what it is, and if they can't be happy there, or accept that, then, like I told you earlier, they need to be, you need to let them go, because they're not supposed to be there on the journey, because maybe like they are still in that cycle, but you're not anymore. So it's kind of like, time for you to, like, I told you, the Knight of Cups, like, go ahead and get going, because your heart's telling you that you don't belong here, or like there's something better going on over somewhere else, something like that. So just keep listening to that at this time. Just go forward, step into the unknown. Like, don't be afraid to try something new here at this time, Aquarius. Like, just go out there, explore the world. Speaking of which, I didn't know if I told you this or not, but you have the Page of Pentacles and the World card from a different deck. I didn't know the World card was in here, but I feel like that's a sign. With the Page of Pentacles, it's like almost like having a brand new, like I told you, like, willing to learn new things with the hummingbird card being present. I feel like that's kind of what you are. You're changing your mindset here. So now it's like you're actually willing to, like, maybe think of some things differently here. Maybe you're willing to try different things here. Maybe you're actually willing to, like, be open-minded enough to actually maybe like see a different way of doing things. Maybe something's been working for you for a while now, but it's like, maybe it's not working like it used to. Like, maybe it could be like, maybe just going out clubbing, for example. Maybe you guys always went out to, like, to go to the club and have fun, and it was great for a while. But now it's like it's not fulfilling you anymore. You're feeling like, this isn't it. Like, something else you're supposed to be doing. That's a sign that, like I told you earlier, like it's not, like, making you feel good, or making you feel like, you're in the right place, or this is where you belong, so it's time for you to go. And it's like, maybe it's to, like, maybe I was being like, vice go, like, maybe someone that's like the polar opposite, like maybe like a library or something like that, or something like that. I don't know what it is, but it's like maybe it's something new that you've never done before. And that's part of the, like, self-transformation card here with the lion. Maybe you're actually being called, like, learn something new that you haven't learned before, maybe from someone who you never thought you'd get this information before. But it's more also about being open to actually learning, like a student, who doesn't, like, know anything, but at least they're willing to learn from someone, or from a teacher, or maybe from people, because that's what we're all here on this planet to do, is to teach one another. That's why all of us are supposed to be here, and like this one woman told me, and at least be cordial. That's what we're being called here to do. At least be cordial with one another. We don't always have to agree. No one's saying you have to, like, agree with someone, or what's it called, like, adopt their mindset, their way of thinking, or the way of living. But you can at least be cordial with them, like, act like a decent human being around them. That's what I'm hearing, and that's what's kind of, I'm feeling, is the thing here for you, Aquarius. So maybe it'll be like, experiencing some new things, or traveling to new places, or going around different people, or something like that. It's kind of like, to get a feel for, like, who you are, or what you believe in, or what what you want in general, maybe in regards to work, or love life, or as I said, maybe in a lifestyle, or maybe just in a mindset. Like, whatever that is for you, is like pretty much to help you get things in perspective of what you think that you'd want. Yeah, the King of Wands is covered by the Knight of Swords. Like I told you earlier, you're definitely gonna be moving very quickly here. Or you're being called to kind of move quickly here. Like, just go with the flow, because, like, you're very attractive at this time. So, uh, just kind of like, I feel like, get in and get out. Get in and get out. Yeah, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Cups with the Four of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing for you. Get in, get out. Especially if you're surrounded by conflict, or a drama, or anything that's like unharmonious, anything that kind of stresses you out, or puts doubt in your mind, or something like that. It's calling for you to kind of like almost like you said, maybe if you have to, like, endure something for a while, so you kind of like get in, get out. Like, let's say, like, if it's like a job, get in, do that job, get out. Get in there, work your hours, get your check, and go. You're not there to make friends. You're not there to, like, to be the class clown or something like that. It's kind of like that. I think that's kind of like, causing you, like, stress, anxiety, or disharmony, or making you be confused, don't try to entertain that. Try to go somewhere else. Try to do anything else. Anything that doesn't align with, like, well, maybe what you believe, or what you want, or whatever that is. Like, what it is, because that, like, your heart and your mind, I feel like, are both gonna be, like, on point. Like, they're gonna be, like, like, in sync. So one is off, the other one is off too. and it's a thing where like your head can't like ignore what your heart is feeling anymore, and vice versa. Your heart can ignore like what your head is thinking. It's kind of like that. They're both going to be connected at the time. So like if one is off, the other one is off. You need to listen to both at the time. So that's kind of like what you need to do is kind of just listen. Be mindful to kind of what your body is telling you here. This is too many cards. Interesting. Let's flip that up right. Because why not? Yeah, we have the Seven of Wands, clarified by the Nine of Swords. Yeah, I feel like maybe you guys are a bit worried about having to defend, like stand up for what you believe in, or maybe defend yourself from people, places, or things here. Maybe that's a big worry that you guys have is kind of like maybe standing up, or maybe like you guys worry about the future or something like that. But it's kind of being called for you to kind of not like, think of like the gigantic big picture here, but start off little by little, like, just kind of like do baby steps and don't like, overthink it. Don't stress out about everything that you don't have. Focus on more just about, just taking that first step, so you can get your wish fulfillment. That's what you're worried about is, like how you're going to get like maybe a lifestyle that you want, or maybe a certain job that you want, or maybe you want to live at a certain, home, or a certain like state or something like that, or a country or whatever. And so you like, you see it as like this big, like, thing that's so far away. But if you just take like little steps that to get you there, I feel like, you're going to be there before you know it. Like, and it's more so about like, kind of just enjoying the ride here, Aquarius. Like, like I said, defending what makes you happy and just not being afraid to kind of go for it. Who cares what other people might say or think? Who cares if they don't agree with you or they don't, see things the way that you do? Okay, well, it's not their vision, it's yours. That's the reason why God's giving it to you and not to them. And like, maybe right now they don't like, see your vision, or they don't agree with you, whatever like that. Well, okay, that's them. Later they'll look up and realize that, that maybe you were on the right track, or, maybe like, they'll catch up with you later. Okay, but be mindful that you're kind of this temperance energy here. What's followed right after is the devil. So I feel like you guys are at this time where you are starting to transform. You guys are starting to find balance, or you are starting to find peace within yourself. And that's good, but you know how like, you're in this like very bright and like magnetic energy, and like I said, you're kind of radiating on a high level, kind of like a star. Well, the star is always surrounded by like darkness. That's kind of what the devil card is. There are people who kind of want to play with your heartstrings, or keep you tied to them, or keep you from moving forward, or keep you from healing. Because like even in this card, I see like this person over here is like literally sitting alone by themselves, kind of just being to themselves here, kind of manifest like taking care of their heart and stuff like that. That's kind of what you've been doing lately. It's kind of just being alone by yourself and just thinking about stuff. But be weird about people who kind of like come into your life. I said come into you. Maybe some of you be careful about who you're dealing with sexually, but not that. Just be careful of people who just want to come towards you and just stir a whole bunch of chaos. Because I feel like you are gonna be in the Six of Wands energy, where you are gonna be victorious. You are gonna be held in high honor. You are gonna be like looking very good at this time here, Aquarius, if you haven't already. And that's why I said the devil's gonna be like coming in, tempting you. Like that's why I see it's like once you get to a place like you are starting to like see things differently, you are starting to like spread your wings and soar, and you're gaining confidence and stuff like that. That's when the devil comes in to kind of tempt you to see if you want this thing here, or they want to almost like pull you back in so you don't fly away and be free and stuff like that, and go for the things that make you happy. So kind of just be mindful of, like I said earlier, of like who's actually here to help you and who's just stopping you from reaching your actual goals here. Yeah, Eight of Cups being here, and I want to come up in the reverse. I'm going to put that in upright. I'm still going to flip this in upright. I feel like you guys are kind of being... Either way, it's like, the way I'm seeing this, whether it's in the reverse or upright, I'm literally getting the same message. Is you're being called to kind of like let things go. Like, be free. Take a deep dive into maybe what you want. Leave, see how this woman is literally leaving all these cups behind. That's why I said either way when I flip, it's like either way you're leaving. You're leaving a bunch of things behind that wasn't helping you. Like it was just blocking you, or just causing you like nothing but for you to like work extra hard to get a whole bunch of nothing. It's not the feeling like. It's like you're being called to literally let things go, and now starting to focus on things that's actually going to be beneficial for you. With the Eight of Pentacles, you're now being called to kind of like work on things that you want to work on. Maybe it's actually like putting your nose to the grind and actually getting a lot of hours in at work or whatever. I feel like you definitely listen to your intuition. If it's not actual like money, that's maybe it's just inner work that I was telling you earlier. Like actually changing like the way you view things, maybe mentally, your mindset on things, or maybe it's actually working on your heart, or working on things that like that hurt you in the past before. Yeah, because I feel like with the Magician card, it want to come in the reverse here. But I feel like it's because there are people who are trying to manipulate you to have some sort of painful ending or some sort of backstabbing or some sort of betrayal here. But if there is anyone who's done that, I'm getting the strong sense you don't need to worry about that. Kind of just like I said, let these people go here. Yeah, just let people go. Let them do whatever they're going to do. Even there's people who, like I said, trying to spread lies, manipulate, or try to, like, get you to do things. Like, maybe because they want your money or they want whatever you're offering, whether it could be to be your energy, your time, something that's very valuable to you. I feel like that's kind of like the thing that you're being called here to kind of just like walk away from, let go of. People who just want to, like I said, yeah, people who just want to hurt you. It's like they're coming together acting like they want to work with you, but really they just want to hurt you. See? Excuse me, the Three of Pentacles with the Three of Swords. As people who just want to manipulate you so that they can break your heart or play mind games with you, but really it's because like they come in saying that they want to work with you, but really they're just trying to block you. Once again, the Five of Swords is here yet again. People who just want to stop you. So I feel like you guys are definitely coming up with a lot, like coming getting tongue tied. If you guys are coming up against a lot of opposition, but that's the thing is like you kind of have to like weed out the real from the fake is what I'm hearing here, and you kind of will know like just by simply if you elevating and like keeping to yourself or like keeping yourself like on a higher level or just keep doing things that make you happy or investing in the things that you want to invest in. And so you're gonna kind of see who are the people who are like are just gonna be like trying to manipulate you to get your money or to be a part of your generational abundance and stuff like that. And so you're gonna start seeing the real from the fake. So just kind of be mindful of who's actually doing things for what reason. And once again, if someone comes and gives you like some sort of funny feeling that it just doesn't feel right to you, listen to that, okay? Because that's your intuition or your heart, your conscious, whatever you want to call it, your gut instinct, literally trying to warn you about something that is not for you, okay? Yeah, because whatever is for you, like I said, it should almost be like like a breath of fresh air, or like someone like almost being like a bright ball of sunshine. It shouldn't be something like you kind of like side eye. If you have to like side eye or kind of wonder or even ask yourself, should I do this? That's kind of like a sign that maybe you shouldn't even be trying to do it. Okay. Let's see what we got here for Aquarius. What do we got here for? Let's do this. We're for Oracle of the Unicorns for Aquarius. I literally cannot take all of those. Here we have support. Ask for help, get more rest, and nurture yourself. Yeah, as I told you earlier, maybe if you guys, one way you guys like keep energy levels up is by rest. I feel like that's a definitely good thing to do here. Just keep nurturing yourself, keep taking care of yourself. Make sure you drink plenty of water. You're eating healthy. You're getting fresh air. You're going out in nature. You're praying, talking to God more. But just make sure you really take care of yourself. That's what's gonna help you pretty much like elevate. Like I was telling you earlier, and like I said, the more you elevate, it's like the more and more you like you're doing better. It's like you're gonna see more and more the jealousy in people or the envy in people, because like when you're doing bad, there's no one who bothers you or no one who wants to, like to have anything with you. But once you start coming out, that's when people like want to start mooching off you, and they want to start like, oh, what you're doing, and want to get in your business just to kind of stop it. Yeah, it's kind of like that. The same people who weren't there, like who weren't there for your worst, shouldn't get you at your best. So it's like I tell you, the more you keep loving yourself and take care of yourself, you're gonna see more people who's gonna be like who who back then they didn't want you, but now that you're hot, they're all up on you. Kind of like that, like Mike Jones. Like, back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all up on me. It's gonna be like that type of energy. Might give that song to you for your reading here. Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all up on me. So that is kind of like the mood I'm getting here. Is you are going this transformation. You are starting to understand yourself better. You are keeping yourself on a higher level. Maybe you are starting to learn how to do things differently, or you're learning different things about the world and stuff like that. And maybe you are trying to step into the unknown, even though it might be scary. You're still going ahead and doing it. And maybe you're having fun while doing so. And it's like maybe people seeing you in a whole different light, or maybe they're seeing you kind of glow up. And that's the thing, though. Now that you actually are on a better frequency, after you took time out to do these things, like now everyone's gonna try to be like a part of the ride. But like I told you earlier, not everyone can be like a part of the journey. Because like I told you before, if they weren't there for your worst, why would you think that they're gonna be like there for you? Why do you think they deserve to be with you at your best? That type of thing. Like, keep that in mind. Who do you really want around you when you do get this Ten of Pentacles here, Aquarius? Be very mindful of that. It says delight. Count your blessings and enjoy life. Take pleasure in the simple things and always expect the best. Yeah, like, okay, for me, when I think of delight or count your blessings and always, like, expect the best, or just take pleasure in the simple things, lately I have just been happy that, like, I'm able, like, I'm literally saying, I was saying yesterday how it's such a joy to just go to work, have enough money to pay my bills and buy myself things and just go home and have peace. Stuff like that. Like, a lot of people may not think that that's like a very big thing because, you're not like, driving in a brand new car. You're not like, or like, at Fiji, like, chilling at the beach and, drinking like a margarita. But it's like, sometimes a lot of people don't need all that. You don't need all extravagant, extra bougie stuff like that. Maybe just be happy with where you're at. Maybe just be happy that you can go to work. So not everyone, has the capability or has a job, so maybe be happy that you can actually pay your bills. And everyone can definitely do that. So, it's the little things that really count here. So I'm hearing. So just make sure you count your blessings and be more grateful, or keep being in the attitude, that energy of gratitude. That's going to really help you, like, attract this positive energy or get you closer and closer to your abundance here, is the energy of gratitude. That's always going to be the right attitude for you, okay? Let's see what I got for Aquarius. Awareness. Live in the moment. Be conscious of your thoughts and look for signs for guidance. So right now, just be very aware of your thoughts, okay? Be very mindful, and if you ever need any clues to what's going on, God's giving you signs. So if you're asking for God to kind of like give you a sign of what you should do or who's for you and who's not for you, all you do is pay attention. Like I told you, pay attention and listen. You can catch people like who aren't for you just simply by listening to what they say, or just listening to what they said and how it made you feel. So I said even your body will tell you this ain't it. So you're pretty much like, if they don't snitch on themselves first, your body will indicate to you like, nah, I don't like this person. There's something off about this person. I don't know what it is that's off about them, but I'm not trying to stick around to figure it out, type of thing, So kind of just trust your intuition, trust what you're feeling. Okay, you're definitely on the money here, so don't feel like you're crazy or you don't know what you're talking about. No, you're on the right track, and just listen to yourself, okay? So that's celebration. A positive outcome is assured. So celebrate success and enjoy your achievements. So either way, God's saying no matter what happens, you will be victorious. That's why I told you, when you do get this 10 of Pentacles, this great lump sum of money, or come out victorious, or get this generational wealth, be mindful who is around you. You do not want bottom feeders or vultures around who's going to eat up all your blessings so you have nothing left. Be very mindful of that, okay? Yes, you're going to have a reason to celebrate. Yes, you are going to come out victorious. You will succeed. But be mindful who's around you when you didn't have nothing. Remember that. Be mindful of who was there when you had nothing, and who was there now that you are, like, becoming something, quote unquote, by, society standards. You've always been someone. That's the thing about it. Even when you, quote unquote, like maybe had, like, not a lot of money, or maybe you were going through a low point in your time, a low point, like, in your life, you always were someone. But the thing is, like I said, since you didn't have, like, enough money in the bank or something like that, a lot of people, like, just gave up on you. But really, I said, you've always been this person. You always, like, had these gifts, or that you always had this blessing coming. So it's kind of like the reason why maybe that happened, so you could actually see who was actually going to be there in the long run, who actually genuinely cares about you and wants what's best for you, and who actually is just, going to be using you and manipulating you. Maybe that's why it happened. Because like I told you before, everything happens for a reason. But it's like, you got to pay attention to why, what do you need to learn from these situations? Like, I feel like that's a very important part, is you need to definitely, be reflecting on, who's going to be there at your worst, and, and stuff like that, okay? I'm hearing that one song by Life Jennings, Must Be Nice. Think about, if you guys have not heard that song, y'all need to listen to that song by, I think his name is Life Jennings. I'm probably saying it wrong. It's Lyfe and then Jennings. But yeah, Life Jennings, and the song is called Must Be Nice. Oh, it's a beautiful song. I feel like that's what kind of applies to you here. But anyways, a gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing, so manage your finances with love. Yeah, as I was telling you earlier, you guys definitely going to be going towards some sort of money here. You definitely got some great blessing coming here, but be wary of people who want to come and just take off you, like, take your money, or just eat off your plate, or, just use you for what you can offer and don't truly like you. As I'm telling you, be very mindful, because people will, will try to like, you know, be a part of your life when you're on the come up, but if you ever go down, that's when they all disappear. It's kind of like that. Be mindful of who's actually going to be there with you, and be there for you to help you, versus people who just want to like, you know, use you. It says action. Now is the perfect time to act. Take inspired action toward your dreams and move forward with confidence. Yeah, that's what I was telling you. Despite what other people may say or think, go towards your dreams and don't let no one stop you. Eventually, all the people who are mocking you or probably saying bad things about you, they'll all be following you. That's what it is to be a trailblazer, a trendsetter, a leader. You know, you're gonna have a lot of people who are gonna have, their opinions. Everyone got their opinion. I mean, that's never changed. People are gonna have an opinion whether you're doing good or they're gonna have an opinion when you're doing bad. It doesn't matter. It's more so about like, are you doing things you want to do? Because it's your life. Can't no one live it for you. Can't no one tell you how to live your life. What's better for Aquarius? Ooh. I don't feel any love. Like, I'm not giving like, I need to pull like a love oracle card. Let me just do archangels. I was gonna say I was want to use a different deck, so I didn't want to keep using the same one. But I'm literally being called to kind of like just keep doing the archangel one for you guys. So I feel like I'm serious. There's a bunch of angels kind of like watching over you. Yeah, spiritual understanding. Archangel Raziel. I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. Yeah, that's what the awareness card was telling you about. Like, you're literally being gifted with some sort of guidance here, or some sort of spiritual clues from your angels at this time. So that's why it's telling you to be very aware of this. So that's why I'm being called to like, literally pull from this deck. Because I feel like this could go hand in hand. It says all is well. Archangel Jeremiel. Everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. That's what I was telling you earlier. Everything happens for a reason. Even though you may not know why it's happening, just believe like, it's for a reason that's gonna like, it'll make sense later. But kind of like, just take the time out to really reflect and see like, what were you supposed to learn from the experiences? Like, like I said, find the blessings in the lessons. That type of thing. It says nurture. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you now. So while you're taking care of maybe like I said, your children or maybe someone else's children, it's also helping you heal your inner children. Maybe you didn't get to have, that childhood that you always wanted. Maybe you didn't get to like, I don't know, draw a lot or paint or maybe sing goofy songs or, maybe play pretend or something like that. Maybe you didn't get to actually have a nice childhood growing up. Well, now it's kind of like you're a chance to do it by simply maybe you guys hang out with younger children. Maybe if it's your own children, maybe your other family members' children, or maybe just, you work with kids like at a daycare. But either way, just helping nurturing kids, it will definitely help you out as well. It's kind of like a win-win situation. You're helping the kids and also you're helping yourself. So it's kind of like a win-win. It says, you know what to do with Archangel Uriel. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. Yeah, that's what I was telling you earlier. Your intuition is definitely guiding you in a big, big, big way at this time. So please don't second guess it. Don't overthink it and do not doubt it. Okay? That's the only way I feel like you guys could ever like come up short in the situation is if you pretty much are like, like your heart, your mind, your body, everything's telling you no, but you're still like, trying to make something that's a no into a yes when it was never going to work in the beginning, but you're trying to make it work and it's kind of like no. Just kind of trust trust what you're feeling. Trust what you know to do. And just keep going with it. Despite what other people may say, despite what other people may think, you're not living your life for other people's approval. That's not what you're being called here to do. God put you on this planet for a specific purpose, and it's now like almost like time for you to finally like time for you to like take action toward those goals, toward those dreams, towards the things that you want here. That's why things are happening the way that they're happening, because it's for a reason. But you actually have to just believe in it and just have a blind leap of faith, despite what other people may say. Okay? This is your life, and you have to do what you're called here to do. You can't live it for no one else. So it's overcoming difficulties with Archangel Jeremiel. Yeah, it's Jeremiel again. Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, Jeremiel must be really looking over you guys. It says the worst is now behind you. You are surmounting any previously challenges. Yeah, that's why I tell you count your blessings, because pretty much like the worst is all behind you. Like the storm is over now, so kind of like you already endured the worst part of it. So now you just literally have to keep going forward, because pretty much you're gonna be victorious, even though maybe say like it's looking grim at this moment, and maybe you don't see a way out. Okay, well don't focus on the end of the tunnel. Like don't focus on like like you're being surrounded by blackness. Just like maybe like right now like or maybe like you're you feel like, you don't know all the answers, you're surrounded with a whole bunch of confusion, you don't know what you're going to do. It's okay. Well, don't think about that. Think about just like your next step. What are you going to do tomorrow? Or what are you going to do just today? Like, take it step by step. And while you're doing it, maybe make a journal of, like, things that you're very grateful for at this time. Like, for me, I always make a journal. I always have a journal, and I'm always, like, counting my blessings because, like, I feel like, there's so much that God blesses, like, me specifically with. So it's like, how could I complain about anything? When there's people who got it way worse than me, people who don't have jobs, people who don't got homes, people who don't, like, have a place to sleep at, they don't have family members, or they don't have, all the activities of their limbs, like, who don't, like, have, like, boyfriends or girlfriends or whatever. Like, everyone has, like, has it worse. People always have it worse than you, so why would you be like, woe is me? I feel like that will never get you anywhere, as having some sort of pity party for yourself. So that's why I feel like you need to do the same thing. Count your blessings. Yeah, you went through some tough times. I'm not saying you didn't, but find the blessings. There's always a silver lining in everything. Ask yourself, maybe not today or something like that, but maybe later you'll realize, like, maybe a year from now, like I did, maybe a year or 2 or 3, you look back and be grateful that you went through what you went through. You're glad that this situation didn't work out because it was to help push you to be greater. It was to actually help you not to settle for less, that you can actually go for what's destined for you on the other side of the road, but you never would have took it had you never had been, like, had that, like, metaphorical push to go do it. And maybe it was a heavy hand that was needed, but either way, you still went through it. It didn't kill you. It didn't, what didn't kill you made you stronger. So at the end of the day, whatever you went through is only gonna help push you to know that maybe you don't want that. Push you to know that maybe you want better for yourself, so you shouldn't settle for less, and maybe you shouldn't do this again. Everything happens for a reason, and it's also just about looking at why things were happening the way it happened, and remember that God's doing it for you. If something didn't work out, it's because it was never going to work out to begin with. And you should thank God, because if you were still in a situation, you would have been in there to this day miserable. Still, wishing you could do something different. So you need to thank God. If anything falls away from you at the time, it was never going to work. Never. And it was a blessing in disguise, because it was only going to be more baggage for you to carry. I don't know what else to say for this reason. I'm going to wrap this up. Aquarius, this has been your reading. Okay? This has been your reading for the month of September. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure you like, you share, please comment and subscribe. Please push my channel out to a bigger audience. You guys know I love all of that amazing jazz, okay? But yeah, guys, please do all those amazing things, and please do not settle for less. I thought that's kind of like your main message is count your blessings, because you always could have it worse. Things could always be worse. You could be dead. You could have no legs. You could have no mom. You could have no brothers. You could be homeless on the street. You could have no food and wondering where's your next meal gonna come. Stop looking at the stuff you don't have and actually start looking at stuff you do got going for you. And maybe that will change your whole attitude. Because the first thing about if you want change, the first thing that has to change is you. You have to change within yourself before you can see changes on your outer world. That's why we sing this song like we were kids. There's something on the inside working on the outside. It has to work on the inside first. First, you gotta change. That's why even Michael Jackson said you gotta start with the man in the mirror. Before you can change your world, your circumstances, you have to change yourself. And that's the message for you today. I love you, Aquarius. I love you guys so much. You are one of my favorite signs. I absolutely adore doing readings for you guys. And if you get nothing from this message, just do not settle for less when you deserve nothing but the best. You are worth everything that you deserve. You deserve to live your dreams. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to do everything you ever wanted to do. Love yourself enough to never give up on that. Okay? I love you guys. You are amazing. You are incredible. You are unique. And you guys can do anything you put your mind to. And never listen to anyone who tries to discourage you because they do that. Believe me. I love you, Aquarius. But with this being said, goodbye, my superstars. Silver the Kiss Productions is my now and upcoming photography business. For all serious inquiries, please email me at madampeacock7@gmail.com or call or text at 562-536-3202. Thank you.